Okay. So this is question 42. So I will not repeat it. So please make sure everyone pays attention. So it says that the forces will meet at one point. So let's say this is one force. Force is a vector by the way, because when you apply a force, you are doing it in a particular direction, right? So suppose this is one force which meet at one point, but their line of action do not lie in one place. So for example, this is another force. So both of these forces, they are meeting at this point. Is that true? Okay, and then one more suppose. Okay, but that is in space. In suppose this is like in x-axis, this is in negative y, for example, and third one suppose it is in z-axis. So I cannot draw it, but it's here. So when we draw it like this, I hope you understood what I have drawn. What is 3D? Refine. So these three forces, their line of action means where they are acting. It's passing through same point. If three lines are passing through same point, what is that called? Do you remember what's the word for three lines passing through the same point? Concurrent. Alright? So just like that, these three forces are also concurrent. Why are they concurrent? Because they are passing through the same point. This got that first of all. So one thing is that they are definitely concurrent. Now the next thing, look at all the options. The options are about coplanar, non-coplanar, concurrent and non-concurrent. So concurrent is confirmed. Is that okay? Okay or not okay? Now time for coplanar or non-coplanar. I'm sure you have heard this word in geometry earlier. Do you know what is the meaning of coplanar? No? Are you sure? Coplanar means, co means same. What does it mean? Same. Co is same. Planar means referring to plane. So in the same plane, that is called coplanar. Meaning next time. Right? Coplanar means in the same plane. Alright? In the same plane. Now, are these three in the same plane or in different plane? Same or different? Question read it. But their line of action do not lie in one plane. Do not lie in one plane means do not lie in same plane. Don't you understand? That means, are they coplanar? No. Yes or no? No. Okay, so coplanar's opposite is non-coplanar. So which option? C. C, yes, non-coplanar and concurrent. Did you understand? Next. No one? Alright. No one, right? Here. No. Sure? Nothing? Boys. 3.14. There are 6 questions in this. So doubt to they बोलने सीधे मने तो आपको question कर तो बोल where do you struggle? Average velocity में 3 है 1 2 3 એમાં કયો ત્રણ તો તને પહેલા ફોર્મ્યુલા પૂછે ને what is formula of average velocity? Delta x by delta t. Okay, average velocity is delta x by delta t. Did you draw the diagram? What the button? Okay, let's try to reflect it off Your classmates, let's see. Question 3.14 from the exercise. Okay. I will always get it. A man walks from home to market. And the market is 2.5 kilometer away. And is moving with a speed of 5 kilometer per hour. That is the speed. Finding the market close. So first of all, I've always been insisting that you draw whatever you're seeing. Let's say that the man goes from home to market and seeing it close, immediately starts to return. Is it fine? Now what given? He walks back with a speed of 7.5 km. So going from H to M, how much is the speed? 5 km. Going from M to H, speed is 7.5 km. Okay, so if you want, you can convert them to meter per second, but I don't suggest. Why so? Because here this is also given in kilometer. Okay, now first you have to find average velocity in three cases. First case, in time interval 0 to 30 minutes. But the main problem in this question is not time interval. Time interval is already given. If you want to find average velocity, denominator is already given. Do you understand what I am saying? Yes or no? Yes. The biggest issue here is to find out where is the person at this time. Clear? So first thing is, you should understand what's going on here. So how much time will it take to go from home to market? Can you answer? 30 minutes. Sure about that? Yes. Who is sure about this? 30 minutes. Because I know this is a every year we have this problem. It is a common question. Who is sure that going from home to market takes 30 minutes? Okay. So would you still say that this was asked in previous test and then it was explained as a doubt and still this question is troubling you all? Or have you never tried it again? No response. Don't know. That is never tried it again. Okay. So that's one of the strategic mistakes that you have made. In my humble opinion, if in exam you cannot solve a question, then that means you should mark it, put it in a list, and you should definitely do it afterwards. Because then you are sure that you don't know that question. Into the confirm થઈ ગયું ને exam દીધી તો તેના માટે બી તો કરવો જ પડે ને જે ન આવડે એ પહેલા કરવાનું આવડે એ નહીં કરવાનું simple. Clear? That's the secret to score good marks by studying less. Okay. So how do we find that it takes 30 minutes? Let's do it easily. See, how much is the distance? 2.5 km. And how much is the speed? 5. So here, because speed is constant, while going from home to market, we can use a very simple idea that you have learned in 9th standard. Clear? Yeah. Why? Because speed is constant. So V is d by t. Okay. So how much time will it take? V given. How much? 5. D 2.5. So t is equal to what? 2.5 by 5, then how much? Half hour. Correct or not? 0.5 hour means how much? 30 minutes. Clear or not clear? Yes. So exactly after 30 minutes, where will the person be? Market. At the market. Correct or not? Yes. So the person is here at 30 minutes. How much is the displacement? 2.5. Okay, and this 30 minutes we can write it as half an hour. Correct or not? Yes. So final answer is, got it? Yes. Sure? Yes. Okay. Second part. First part, not a big deal really. Second part. In 0 to 50 minutes. Same problem. We already know the time interval. Yes or no? Yes. So the only query or only thing remaining to be done is where is that person at 50 minutes. So in 30 minutes reaches market. Then
15 minutes market.
15 minutes. 1.5 equal to 15 minutes it take to go from market to home.
Yes.
Find it out. Come on everyone. Automatic quite. how much time will the person take to go from market to home? Use this information. Find it just like this. मैं तुमने find कर दी तो home to market, बराबर है? You find out how much time will it take to go from market to home. Remember what I have always been telling you. The more you solve, the more you learn. If you only watch, you don't learn anything. Done? 1 by 3 unit what? Second. 1 by 3 hour? Not 1 by 3 second, right? Not Superman. Is it fine? 1 by 3 hour. 1 by 3 hour is how many minutes? 6 minutes. Okay, first of all, let everyone finish. Find it in hour, everyone. Come on. 5 minutes no 5. How to do it? Same idea. Come on, use it here. For going from M to H. How much is the speed going from M to H? Equal to. How much is the distance? Okay. How much is the time? You can find out. Okay. So T is equal to 2.5 upon 7.5 means 1 by 3 or 1 by 3 hour. But we want to get it in minutes. 1 hour is how many minutes? 60. Kitna time? Masu kam? Confusion create kar potan mind.
20.
Clear or not clear? So 20 minutes. So what that means is going from market to home takes how much time? 20 minutes. So you see 0 to 30 minutes he reaches from market home to market. And then in next 20 minutes he'll reach from market to home. So at 50 minutes where would the person be? Home. Just reached home. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure. 30 minutes jata the 20 minutes out the as simple as that. Clear?
Yes.
So what's the displacement? What's the displacement? 0.
Yes.
Why so?
Because
Because initial position home. અહીંયા initial કહેવાય ને?
Yes.
Where was the person initially here? Home. Final position home. So displacement 0. Divide by ગમે તે કરો શું આવે? Got it?
Yes.
Clear or not clear?
Yes.
એટલે તમને બધાને કહું છું આ તો સૌથી ઈઝી પાર્ટ છે. મેઇન મેથડ છે. If you can do this you will get the answer always. Is it fine? Or third? શું છે third? What is the right right? We have to find average velocity in 0 to 40 minutes. Correct or not?
Yes.
Okay, let's take it stepwise. Where do you think the person would be at 0 to 40? I mean at 40 minutes. In 30 minutes goes from home to market. Okay, 30 minutes again. But પાછું આનું ને? And 40 minutes means 30 plus 10 plus 10, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. How much time does it take to go from market to home?
20.
Okay.
Yes.
So in 10 minutes, where will the person reach?
Half.
Halfway.
Yes.
Absolutely sure.
Yes.
Or not sure?
Yes.
Right? When you will M to H, 10 minutes M to halfway. Let's say this point is A, for example, right in the middle. So what will be this distance? 1.25 kilometer, and same on this side. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. So now, average velocity. Easy. First of all, denominator easy. Time interval 14 minutes. We'll convert to our basic convert. Displacement. How much displacement? How to find displacement? Initial position minus final position. Final position minus initial. So basically, it's the shortest distance in magnitude. Correct or not?
Yes.
Atloo ne?
Yes.
This is initial position. And this point is final position. How much is the magnitude of displacement? 1.25. Have to say nahi sure. Okay, 1.25 kilometer. But we don't like this. We want to convert a minute to hour. So શું કરવાનું? 1 minute is how many hours? 1 by 60. Did you get it?
Yes.
Converting from minute to hour, you should divide by 60. Hour to minute multiply by 60. Minute to hour divide by 60. Got it?
Yes.
Completely?
Yes.
હવે તો calculation. અને આવો ને હવે આપણે સ્પીડ નું કરો. એમાં ખાલી ડિસ્પ્લેસમેન્ટ આપણે ડિસ્ટન્સ કરો. Okay, next. No need. You want to ask anything else? બોલો છે ને ઓલું velocity ને બધું છે કે what about? See, there is, listen to this, there is a part of chapter 3 and 4 which is about relative velocities. What is it about? Relative velocity. Okay, relative motion. આપણે એ કઈ હજી કહેલું નથી. That will do at the end of this chapter 4. Alright, combine chapter 3, chapter 4 નો આખો જે portion છે about relative motion and relative velocity, that we'll do together. Alright, you don't need to worry about that question. You want to ask anything else? 3.1. Okay, exercise 14, no, 12. Okay, have you got the idea of what is happening?
Ball is dropping. This ball is
Well, speed will, when it comes down, speed will increase, then it will hit and then go up, so speed will decrease. Okay, so like this it will continue, right? So let's start right. This question 12 from the exercise. See, I will not find out everything, but I'll give you a basic idea on how to do it. So what does the question say? That it's dropped from some height. How much height? Question 12. Let's draw the picture. Always draw the picture before you do anything. So if you drop it from here, its initial speed over here is 0. Okay. Now, watch this carefully. We have to find, or we have to draw the speed versus time graph, not velocity. Speed. Everyone gets that? Not velocity. What is speed's definition? Magnitude of velocity. Correct? So can speed be negative?
No.
Sure?
Yes.
Velocity may be negative or positive because velocity indicates a direction. But speed must always be positive. So let's start from here. When you drop it, what is its initial speed? 0. So graph should start from 0 speed. It did start then. Confirm?
Yes.
Okay, then as it goes down, what will happen to the speed?
Increase.
It will increase?
Yes.
Okay. Why is this graph a straight line?
Acceleration is
Acceleration will be constant. Did you get that?
Yes.
Sure? Okay, so it will hit here. Now think about it. Just before hitting, it will have some speed. Like our some when a ball falls from some height, it hits the ground. With how much speed will it hit? Can you find it? With the math yourself. I'll give you a clue. Here acceleration is constant. Correct or not?
Yes.
So can you find the speed with which it will hit here? Which equation suitable? Initial speed given. You want to find final. Displacement is also given. Which equation suitable? Sure, do it. Be careful about taking positive negative. Completed? Yes or no?
Yes.
What do you get? 20 root 3. 30 root 2. I am taking upwards positive and downwards as negative. So 2 into minus. You can take GS10 if you take it that way. Into delta x is minus 90 is equal to final velocity. We want to find minus initial is 0. So that will give you v equal to under root 2 into 900. Correct or not?
Yes.
So root of 900. How much is root of 900? 30. 30 root 2. Clear?
Yes.
Okay or not?
Yes.
Okay. So here the maximum speed is 30 root 2. If you want, you can put root 2's value is like 1.4 approximately, isn't it? So that gives you 40 near. So we can say that here when it hits, the speed will be 42 meters per second. Read further what happens then. Does it rebound with same speed? Then what?
110.
Loses speed by 110. What's the meaning of 110? Getting loose it. So do you realize 9 by 10 will remain? If 1/10 is gone, અને એક પીઝા આપ્યો, પીઝાના 10 પીસીસ છે. ઓકે, એમાંથી 1 out of 10 pieces કો ગાયબ કરી દો. તમારા માટે કેટલું બચે?
9.
Is that okay or not okay? Clear? So 9 by 10 of what? 9 by 10 of the whole pizza. Here whole pizza is 42. Correct or not?
Yes.
Okay. Is this fine?
Yes.
So how much would this be? Find it out. Find it out. Find it out. Please. Okay, thank you. Someone thank you.
Yes.
How much? 37.8. Okay or not?
Yes.
So what it is saying is that after rebounding, when it's trying to go up, after hitting there, it's going up. Now when it goes up, is its speed 42 meter per second? No. It has become less. How much? 37.8 meter per second. Did you get it? એટલે અહીંયાથી ગ્રાફ આગળ નહીં જાય, થોડુંક નીચે થઈ જશે. Did you understand why? This is 42 and this is 37.8. It will be less. Okay. What is that? As it starts to go up with that speed, as it goes up, speed will increase. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do yes. It will decrease. Stay alert. Is that okay or not? As it goes up, speed will decrease. Got it? So क्या होगा? हम तो Did you get that? Sure. Okay. Here, how much is the speed? 0. So 0 એટલે પાછો અહીંયા એક highest point પર. See, it will bounce from here. Then you realize it will not go all that high. Okay, now it has reached here. આટલું થઈ ગયું. પછી શું થાય? Then it will start falling down. Correct or not?
Yes.
તો પાછો અહીંથી આમ થશે. Did you get it? Okay. Now what about this time or this time? A time can define again by using equations of kinematics. Like in how much time will it hit the ground from 90 meter? A third equation kya is it? Okay, can you use first equation v equal to v0 plus 80? What's final? 40. Correct or not? Then
Yes.
minus kya place? The velocity is negative. Speed 42, velocity negative 0 plus minus 10 into t. So that will give you t equal to 4.2 seconds. Understood? So like that, we can find out all the time. પછી આ time find કરવાનો. Again, what time from velocity 37.8 meter per second? In how much time it will come to stop? Okay? It will go up with some velocity. How much velocity? 37.8. Then it will slow down. It will stop at this point. How much time will that take? That you can find again. Is that okay? That you can find. In fact, I will give you a shortcut. I am 42 આવે ને તો અહીંયા 4.2 આવે. Yes or no?
Yes.
37.8 આવશે તો શું થાય? આવશે 3.7. But that 3.78 is from here to here. I hope you will like what I said. So 4.2 plus 3.78. So that's going to be how much? 7.98. Clear or not?
Yes.
એ રીતે આગળ કરતા જવાનું. Okay, it will reach here once again. It will collide. And then lose 10%. એટલે પાછું 10% decrease. એટલે once again into 9 by 10 of 37.8. દરરોજ એક પીસ ખબર નહીં કોણ ખાઈ જાય છે પીઝા. Okay, every time we have only 9 pieces remain. સમજ પડી ગઈ? એટલે ડ્રો કરતા જાઓ. હા. Sorry, 3.7. Okay. Because when you draw a graph, we have to write the time, isn't it? And the time interval, 3.78. That is going from here to here. We'll take how much time interval? 3.7. Total time is up to the 4.2 આવ્યું અને પછી 3.7. What is that? Next. Anyone else? All right. Yes, રાખો.
Sir, example 3.6.
Example 3.6. તો ગણિત તો કેમ મને આવડતું? ચેપ્ટર 2 માં ડાઉટ જ નથી કોઈને? આવડી ગયો ચેપ્ટર? Okay, what is out with 3.6?
How to solve?
ક્લાસમાં કરાયો તો how to solve it કઈ હતું? એ બુકનું સોલ્યુશન જોયું ને એને સોલ્યુશન કે ખબર ન પડી. પણ કોણ તમને કીધું બુકનું સોલ્યુશન જોવાનું? Everyone please refrain from doing that. જો બધા સમ્સ એક કરવાના જે મેં તમને કરાવ્યા તો સોલ્વ તો કરાવી જશે ને. And you would have noticed normally that I am not following book method. And for a very good reason. I would know like, you know what's the solution given for this 3.6? And it's a table actually. They have made a whole table with everything. But we got our answer. The last column the ratio of distances covered is 1:3:5:7:9. I would know correct. Okay, though it is correct, but it's not a recommended method because thoda log sir. Another big problem that I see in this solution. આમાં figure ક્યાં figure વગર તો સમજાય કે સમજાય ને. I am not at all certain. Okay, that's why I always suggest everyone do not see the solution. એટલે તમારી book એટલી સારી નથી કે એના solution જોઈ શકે. If it would have been H.C. Verma or any other book like that, તો એકવાર સમજી શકાય. એના authors બહુ ખતરનાક સમજાવે. Everything in minute detail. Right? But તમારી bookમાં તો weight જ ઉદાય બહુ ચોખ્ખું બોલ. They don't draw diagrams in any question, right? I really don't understand. ચાલો વાંચો કરાવું. Okay, question 3.2. Example 6 from chapter 3. Okay, example 6 from chapter 3. Okay, the question is as follows. I know the question, so it's not a big deal. We drop some object and it falls. We have to show that if it travels distances, for example d1, d2, d3, in equal intervals of time, equal intervals of time. Okay, let's call that equal interval of time anything, probably capital T, or you can also call it small t, it doesn't really matter. In equal intervals of time. Then the ratio, this is what we have to prove. D1 is to D2 is to D3, all that is what? 1:3:5. તમે લખો એટલે લખો. ઓડ નંબર તો કે પૂરા થવાના નથી. તમે પૂરા થઈ જશો લખતા લખતા. બરાબર છે? So this is what we have to prove. Did you get it? We are meaning to that when we draw a diagram. It's saying that from here to here, let's say this is A point, this is B. How much time did it take to go from A to B? Capital T, interval of time. And how much distance has it traveled here? D1. Then it goes from B to C. How much time did it take here? Capital T. Right hand over the time interval of the B to C, capital T. And how much distance did it travel here? D2. Like that. समझ पड़ेगा अगर? And so on and so forth. Okay. So what are we going to do? We are going to find out D1, D2, D3. I am going to take downwards positive and upwards as negative. Okay, makes it easy. Rest assured. So when we drop something, initial velocity is 0, and we have free fall. What's the acceleration? How much will be acceleration? How much? 9.8 or G basically. In which direction? Downwards. So that is positive or negative? Positive. Okay, very good. So positive acceleration, that's because it's downwards. Is it fine? Start करें. Let's try to find D1. So first of all, if I want to find D1, I should use equation of kinematics because acceleration is constant. For which interval? I mean, from which point to which point? A to B. Is that clear?
Yes.
Start. So for A to B. Which equation? Second. Delta x equal to B0 T plus half T squared. So delta x will look from A to B. D1 equal to B0 0. And a term undi plus half acceleration G. ખાલી G રાખો, value મૂકવી નથી. G. Okay. Then time interval small t capital T.
Capital T.
તો એક આવી ગયું. Put this as call it 1. હવે second we want to find for third. તો શું લેવાનું? B to C. B to C. B to C નહીં લેવાનું. Hopefully you remember that day's lesson. A to C. Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay or not okay? So, if you take A to C, Raghav, you stand up now because it's your doubt. We are going to use second equation again. Can you tell me what I should write for second equation? Start.
D1 plus D2
Very good.
is equals to half dt square.
Everyone agrees with this? Verbally? How much is the time interval to go from A to C? 2 capital T. Yes or no?
Yes.
Or not clear? Because B to C, 1 capital T. Suppose 1 second. A to B also 1 second. Total get second. 2 seconds again. So 2 capital T. Did you understand? So 2 capital T whole square means 4T. Got it? So I'm going to, do it like this. Half dt square and then I'll write 4 separate. Is it fine? You know why I'm doing that? Because we have this here. So I can write d1 plus d2 equal to 4 d1. Got it? Okay or not okay? Sure. So what is d2 now? What's that? d2 equal to 3d. Clear? Like this, can you find d3 by doing calculation for A to D? A to D. And call this equation 2. This will be used later also. Alright? Then you find out d3. It should be 5d1. Okay, it will be 5d1, otherwise it will be wrong. So then you just divide them. That is take ratio. So d1 is to d2, d3 will become d1 is to 3d1 is to 5d1. Cancel d1, d1, d1. So 1 is to 3 is to 5. જેટલા લોકો એટલા તો આગળ તો ફૂલ ખાવાનું છે. Okay, so 3 is enough for 3. Clear? Yes, love? 3.5. Example. Exercise. देखा? 3.5. Relative velocity. બીજું કઈ પૂછવું? It's a question of relative velocity. Do you want to ask anything else? Oh, sorry. Second round. Point out there. Anyone here? Yes. What happened here? Not good. Question number 14. Okay. This is question number 14 from the practice paper for vector. Okay, the question says force is 3 Newton, 4 Newton and 12 Newton act at a point. Question 14 from vector. So 3 Newton, let's call it F1, F2, let's call it 4 Newton and F3, let's call it 12 Newton. Act in mutually perpendicular direction. Means they are all perpendicular to E. Question is clear? Okay. Magnitude of resultant force is, we have to find resultant. Resultant means what? Sum. So F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3. Okay. Now you can actually do this in several ways, but because I've already taught you about components and all that, it's easiest to deal with it that. So three mutually perpendicular directions means they are all perpendicular to each other. So suppose I draw F1 like this and F2 like this. They are perpendicular to each other. Where should I draw F2? So that it should satisfy this condition. They are all perpendicular to each other. See, if I draw it left side, then is F3 perpendicular to F1?
No.
Okay, if I draw it down, is F3 perpendicular to F2?
No.
So we can draw. અહીંયા વચ્ચે draw કરવાનો? Then it has to be like this. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Sure, on the z axis. X, Y, and Z. So you know if you want to write everything in vector form, so it's basically like this. This is on X, this is on Y, and that's on Z. So how do you write? 3 I caret. Did you get that?
Yes.
4 J caret and 12 K caret. Now can you find its magnitude? How to find magnitude of this kind of thing? So it's after our formula. Which one? Under root under root fx squared plus fy squared r લખો તો r છે તો r under root r squared plus ry squared plus rz squared. Fine? Yes. This method is clear? Yes. તો પછી બીજી સમજાવતો નથી. Alright, this is easy enough for you? Okay, next. Anyone? Chapter 2 mark. Exercise question 5. 2.50. Don't worry, it won't be asked. It's about predicting a correction. You know, the problem with this 15th question is that if you want to correct it, there are so many different ways to correct it. You know, a particular answer, no. You get what I'm saying? Okay, that's why it cannot be asked. But you can only guess. See, that's why the question says, guess where to put the missing C. Right? You can see in the denominator, I'll still make you understand what it is, but this cannot be asked in exam. 1 minus v squared. Did you see that in the denominator? 1 is a number, correct or not? And v means what? Speed or velocity. Okay. So, can you subtract v square from 1? Why not? I'm saying, can we subtract v square from 1? Yes, no. Yes, it's subtract. Subtract કરો ને એમાં શું વાંધો ગમે તે ન સબટ્રેક્ટ કરી નાખે જો રૂલ્સ ભૂલી ગયા પછી addition of two quantities or subtraction of two quantities can only be done under one condition or one requirement. What's that? You can only add or subtract two things in some particular condition. You cannot add anything just like that. It is that if you write a plus b is equal to c, then dimensions of a and dimensions of b and dimensions of c all have to be equal. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Two quantities can be added or subtracted only if their dimensions are same. And the result also has the same dimension. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So let's write this here. 1 is a number. Numbers are this is v square. Is v square with speed square or velocity square? Is it dimensionless? No. Clear or not clear?
Yes.
So that's why this is a wrong thing. Now how to make it correct? That's the question. Yes, where to put c? C is actually speed of light. What is c? Speed of light. So in this formula we have to put c somewhere so that it becomes dimensionally correct. Right? One of the possible ways to do it is this. How करना होगा तो सुधा. If we divide v by c, what is v? Speed. What is c? Speed. So speed divided by speed, dimensionless is it?
Yes.
Then this is dimensionless, and this bracket is also dimensionless. So both can be subtracted. Correct or not?
Yes.
Understood? So how which is it? Correction should go on. So obviously you can put one c over here. Alright, in division. Then it would make sense.
Can you put C at the the multiplication of one?
You mean like this?
Yes.
Yes or no? But then there will be one little problem because the whole equation, if you look at it, how is it?
Yes.
How is it? If you put C here, then mass cannot be mass divided by speed. Understood?
Yes.
Okay or not? So then you will have to write one more C here. It's like taking LCM from here. Suppose you take LCM, what do you get? C square minus V square by C square. Then C square will try to go to numerator. Understood? So here square root 10x, so it will become C. Right? So like this, there are two or three different ways in which you can write. So basically, the easiest way is putting this C here. That makes it simple. Okay. Next, anyone? Done? Any more doubts? Anybody? Alright. Now let's continue with what we were learning last time about vectors. We have a little bit of time, we can utilize it. Okay, come on. What did I teach you the last time? RC version and 3D, yes, okay. We learned about direction, cosine, correct or not? The three angles, alpha, beta and gamma, made with positive x, positive y and positive z. Alright. Okay. And some pending homework? No. Nothing? Okay, alright. See, I want to just give you a little bit of practice about finding magnitude and all that. Suppose I would give you a vector like this, let's say a vector which is 2i caret minus 3j caret plus k caret, and b vector which is equal to I caret plus k caret. Then can you find this? આનો meaning શું છે પેલા vector to give it. What is the mean? Magnitude of what? A vector plus b vector. A vector plus b vector means r vector. Correct or not? So we want to find magnitude of r vector. So first of all, given a vector and b vector, can you find r vector? Do it. Given a vector and b vector, can you find r vector? Done.
Yes.
Do you remember how to add two vectors in standard form?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Apples with apples and oranges with oranges. Yeah, okay. So first of all, who has got R vector? Raise your hand. ભૂલી ગયા હો બાકી બધા. એટલી વાર લાગે છે? Right, put your hand down. Raise your hand when you're done, and then put it down. Okay. Right, here, what's your name? Two. Correct. 3i caret minus 3j caret plus 2k caret. Agreed?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Sit down. Well done. So this is our vector. Now we have to find its magnitude. So what would be its magnitude? Under root 3 square, that is 9. Aji? Plus 9. Aji? Clear or not? Yes, no. Sure, you know the formula, right? So this one does. Root of 22. Okay. So this is another way to find magnitude of resultant, but here everything is given in standard form. બીજી કઈ formula આવે to find magnitude of resultant? Under root कैसे કે नहीं? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. What's theta? R vector and A vector. Or A vector not. Clear?
Yes.
Oh, very fine. So that's what we have. Now let's continue with the assignment. क्या पर चालू करके? एक टॉपिक पूरा नहीं किया? Remember it. Microscopic. Okay. We need second one. Am I right? Third one. Now, read this carefully. It's a gem of a question. कहीं ऐसा नहीं तो एक बदलाव दीजिए. The vector sum of two forces is perpendicular to their vector difference. You know the meaning? What is the meaning of vector sum? Result is perpendicular to their vector difference. Do you remember we used to write two vectors, R vector and D vector, correct or not?
Yes.
So it's given to us in this question that R vector and D vector are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Then, which of the following case is true? That is, the forces are equal to each other. Forces means they are vectors. Remember, forces are nothing but vectors. So, in that case, the vectors or forces are equal to each other. They are equal to each other in magnitude, and they are not equal to each other in magnitude, and these cannot be predicted. So suppose those two are A vector and B vector. So R vector is this, and what would be D vector? A vector minus B vector. So this question is basically about, I mean you can do it by parallelogram law of addition. Let's see. Suppose this is A vector. And this is B vector. I've joined them by their tail. So if I want to add them, which law should I use? If I want to add them and I've drawn them like this, which law should I use? Parallelogram law. So hopefully you all know the steps. What to do now? Draw diagonal from common tail to the opposite. So this is R vector. Correct or not?
Yes.
So R figure. Now, how to draw this in the same diagram? A subtraction, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know the steps of triangle law of subtraction? What are the steps? Draw first vector. Bhaji? Draw second vector from the tail of the first. A vector, B vector. Then you draw. And then how to draw A vector minus B vector? From the head of B to the head of A vector. Alright?
Yes.
Is this understood?
Yes.
No.
Bas, you know what they can do.
It's very important.
the ink spill affected my concentration. I hope you realize that. Thank you, Nia. હવે બરાબર? Or not clear? Now, what is the angle between D vector and R vector given in the question? Perpendicular means how much angle? આ બધું right angle છે. Is that clear or not clear? So આવું કેમ થાય? Use the properties that you might be knowing about use the properties about parallelograms. When does this happen? When is it that the diagonals are diagonals kya hai na bhai? When is it that the diagonals are perpendicular to each other? Diagonals kya are perpendicular to? Rhombus. Very good. याद आयो कि नहीं?
Yes.
So this is a rhombus. What is meaning of a rhombus?
All sides
All sides are equal in length. Okay, so read the options carefully and decide which option is right. All sides are equal in length. Which option is right? All the forces means both the forces or both the vectors are they? What's the option A? Are equal to each other. Are these two equal to each other? Yes or no? नहीं तो हमारा तो rhombus में होना था कितना all sides are equal in length, that is in magnitude, but the directions are definitely different. Correct or not? So which is the correct option? B. Equal in magnitude, but direction is different. Did you get that?
Yes.
How do you know? बराबर पर हम क्या मगन confused થઈ જશે. Okay, turn it off.